Fitness is a set of attributes relating to people's ability to perform physical activity. Throughout this presentation, I will be explaining and justifying how I designed a training session which will contribute to my improvement in my orienteering performance for grade 12. There are certain fundamental fitness components that will alter my performance in orienteering. These include muscular endurance, speed, agility, and aerobic endurance. There are two energy systems used whilst performing orienteering, the more imperative being the aerobic energy system and the other being the lactic acid system. Undertaking training sessions that will incorporate a variety of exercises which are appropriate to the fitness components in orienteering will help improve on my fitness level. This training principle is called specificity. As a result of these tests, it is evident that I need to focus more so on my speed and agility throughout my training sessions and continue to improve my aerobic and muscular endurance. If I'm to be competitive in this sport, I need to outlast my opposition, and building on these aspects of my fitness will allow me to do that by delaying the rate at which my body fatigues. My training session that is based in Queen's Park will go for approximately 60 minutes with short recovery in between each set. I chose the destination for my session to be in the park because orienteering is outdoors, so I thought it might be more appropriate. Also, I prefer to train out in the open rather than in the space of 4 gym walls. Before the conditioning of my training session, I have prepared a 5 to 10 minute warm-up to prepare my body for exercise at a moderate to high intensity. And this will help prevent injury during exercise. The physiological reason to warm up is to assist your circulatory system in pumping oxygen-rich blood to your working muscles. The idea is to increase circulation throughout the body in a gradual manner. Cold muscles do not absorb shock or impact as well and are more susceptible to injury. I've based the initial exercise on the method of training called fartlek training. It is effective for an orienteer as it stresses the athlete for an optimal development of the synergistic relationship between the lactate and aerobic metabolic energy pathways. This form of training involves the aerobic and lactic acid energy systems. The aerobic energy system utilizes proteins, fats, and carbohydrate for resynthesizing ATP and is developed at various points of running, the main one in orienteering being continuous runs at 60 to 80% of maximum heart rate. I've developed this training program to ensure that my body can comfortably cope with the demand of my heart rate being between 123 and 164 beats per minute with quick recovery. Continuing to run at this stage will support my body's capability to cope with a larger level of lactate and helps the removal of lactate. In orienteering, it requires various speeds to be used during the performance. By practicing this fartlek training, it will prepare and improve my ability to change pace in my running for grade 12. After finishing this fartlek training, I will then be focusing on speed and agility by hill sprinting and ladder running. Both the lactate acid system and the ATP-PC system are at work during this exercise, as the quick bursts of sprinting up a hill are fueled by the lactate system and are then replenished within 2 minutes when slowing down the hill and during recovery. The lactic acid system is capable of releasing energy to resynthesize ATP without the involvement of oxygen and is called anaerobic glycolysis. It is resynthesized by the liver to form glucose that provides you with more energy. This applies to my orienteering performance when I'm running at a moderate pace, then begin sprinting towards a checkpoint. These exercises will allow me to gradually improve, which will help me to score excellent in my speed and agility tests when rescoring them in grade 12, which is what I aim for. The next exercise is skipping and skaters. By incorporating skipping, I am training my aerobic energy system, which will improve my aerobic endurance greatly and also develops more muscular endurance in the legs. In future sessions as part of a training plan, I will increase the difficulty of skipping by increasing the amount of minutes, which will cause the ability to meet the demand of oxygen to gradually decrease. This will assist my orienteering performance because it is helping my ability to run at a moderate pace for longer, as the skaters are building strength and endurance in my hamstrings, quads, and glutes, and skipping will fortify my cardiovascular endurance as well as improve agility. After partaking in a high-intensity aerobic exercise, I have designed a cool down that will consist of a 500-metre slow jog, then straight into static stretching. The main purpose of cooling down is to bring your breathing, body temperature, and heart rate back to normal slowly. During the cool down routine, you are allowing the blood to properly redistribute itself to the heart. This training session includes exercises relative to my improvement in my lower body muscular endurance, as well as increased aerobic capacity, and also considers the specific energy systems. This will allow my body to go harder and stronger for longer during my orienteering performance in grade 12.